Hello guys, Roy here, and I am playing Minecraft. So I'm just going to name this Royboy 140's World. I like to use the seed. It give you like, what's it again? 7 obsidian, 3 diamonds, 2 iron swords, and 2 apples? I think so. But I'm not going to use any of that stuff, so don't worry. So this is where I grew up. Royboy 140 has been here for a while, supposedly. A present for me? Oh, it's so great! What are you doing? We're recording, clone. Stop it! But I thought we were going to recreate your entire channel library, starting with your Minecraft video. I mean, your first Minecraft video. I mean, your first video that you did, and it happened to be Minecraft. You've made a lot of Minecraft videos. No, I told you to remake all of the channel's assets. The intros, the transitions, for the new reviews, alright? I didn't tell you to recreate Minecraft videos. We all know those videos were garbage. I'm sorry. Just go get Editing Clone and have him make new assets for the channel. You mean Roy Editing Clone? God, why did I give you all such stupid names? Yes, Roy Editing Clone. When you're done with that, go record a Roy Responds or something, I don't know. Okay. Did he just have a lighter? Who cares, alright? I need to go enable monetization so I can make that sweet 26-cent money, alright? None of this Minecraft crap. It's been a while since I've touched or even looked at this game. You know, maybe I'll play for a bit. I'll make a new world and I'll play for a bit. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna make a new video on it or anything. The type of event that was Minecraft is something that I doubt I'll see again in my lifetime. It was a cultural phenomenon that somehow spread its influence beyond the gaming world and changed everything that many of us knew. Where do I even begin with a game so supreme and culturally impactful and make a singular video on it? Well, I guess I'll start at my beginning with the game. In spring of 2011, I was driving with a friend in the back of his car on our way to go back to his house, and it was on that drive they started describing this wacky sounding game to me, a game he could barely coherently describe due to the game's inherent uniqueness. When we got back to his house, he immediately showed me a let's play of the game he had been discussing, and I can vividly remember my first reaction. I thought that the game looked so cool that I had to play it as soon as I could, but since I wasn't in a position of spending $20 to buy it, he and I just played the old classic version that was free on the Minecraft homepage. It was a very light version of the game with just building and not much content, but its ability to let me be creative and play wirelessly with friends was a huge surprise to me at the time and allowed me to play it in spite of its apparent lack of content for many months on end straight. It was then at Christmas that I was gifted the full, real version of Minecraft, and that's when my whole world changed. The game simply encapsulated me and put me under its spell by combining aspects that were familiar to me, like that of adventuring and fighting monsters that I knew from my love of the Zelda series, along with the seemingly infinite ways to be creative, which attracted the side of me that held a fondness for things like building, Legos, and just creating things in general. and with those two aspects combined, my love for the game was instantaneous and undying. Every moment spent not at school or sleeping was spent playing this game. Whether I was forging countless inimitable stories of my own in single-player worlds, or joining servers to play with friends, the game was all-consuming for me and led me down a road of Minecraft obsession where, even when I was away from the game, I was watching Minecraft videos, listening to its music, or simply just thinking about the game. It had a grip on me that I had never experienced at that point and have yet to feel anything again on that same level. After a few months of this addiction, I started this very YouTube channel with a Minecraft Let's Play and continued my obsession for years. Then in September of 2014, Microsoft bought Minecraft, and the game, along with its once unprecedentedly amazing community, began shifting and changed to something almost unrecognizable. It was here where a large chunk of the community fell out of the game's spell, and I had also been a part of the disenchanted group. Then, after almost 3 years, I began reminiscing about Minecraft and the magical world-changing impact it had, and re-downloaded the game for a quick nostalgic experience. I booted up a new world and began to play, and I played a lot. It was like clockwork. The game's grasp on me, once lost, was back, but with my weakness for nostalgia and reminiscence being palpable, was I really giving the game a fair look? Was it still good even with the immense amounts of new features and complexity poured into its framework, or had Microsoft's purchase of the game made it fall from grace? Well, in today's episode of Roy Reviews, we find out. I remember the thing that shocked me the most about Minecraft when I first played it was the fact that it's lacking in its story department. No opening text or anything, you simply click on the little button and after a loading screen you're whisked instantaneously into a world without a guide or a tutorial. Instead it's just you, your hands, and the world of Minecraft before you. Seeing as there's no story to the game, and since Minecraft has been a very personal experience for me, I think that I'll discuss a few of the stories that I created within Minecraft. One experience who almost everyone whom I've come across that has played this game can vividly remember is their first night in their first world. I remember loading in and then gathering a few bits of wood, only enough to make a wooden pickaxe, a weak tool used to dig up stone. I then mined stone for the remainder of the day and lost track of time so much so that when night came I was utterly unprepared for the monsters that spawned in the darkness. I rushed out to a little isle off the coast of the mainland and built a pretty wide but short dirt hut where I blocked myself in for the whole night. I then went out, got some coal, and when I came back I was confronted by many monsters that had spawned in my lightless damp dirt hut. After fending most of them off, I was killed by an exploding creeper monster, and quit that world discouraged. But once I gathered my will to try again at the game, I found myself experiencing so many different things. I remember one time loading in on an island with not many resources. I used the resources very carefully to survive, but eventually created a comfy place to live, and even had a mine. Through that mine, I soon mined far enough that I found the mainland from the underground area, and it was pretty amazing to finally get off of that tiny isle. Another time, I decided to play Architect in the game's survival mode to give myself more of a grand challenge, and challenge myself to build things like a massive castle and a whole town, an aqueduct, a farming village, and a massive statue at the center of the world. I enjoyed many months of work to make that village and area. It was really fun, but it was challenging because I had to gather the resources myself. Another time, I created my own multiplayer server where I would constantly build massive works of construction to provide any players that passed by my server with a great thematic starting point to their journeys. At the end of the day, one of Minecraft's biggest weaknesses would seem to be the fact that it has no stories. But because of how Minecraft's gameplay is made, this weakness becomes one of its greatest assets, letting the player form countless stories that are theirs to experience, theirs alone. They create these stories and partake in them, and that might just be Minecraft's greatest strength. While Minecraft features creative mode, a mode where you can't be harmed and all materials from the game are in your possession and where you build whatever your heart desires without any work, is definitely a great mode to have for an option, the main mode in Minecraft is survival mode, where you must forage for all supplies and fight off enemies seeking to do you harm. In survival mode, your gameplay experience can be broken down to two main things: mining and crafting. Hey, that's the name of the game! Whoa! You spawn in a world with nothing, and you're left to do whatever your heart desires, but at night, monsters will spawn and they'll kill you if you're not well prepared. You must mine the right resources and craft items very meticulously to survive. If you want to get yourself a pickaxe to start mining denser blocks, you'll need to harvest yourself some wood, then extract those into planks and sticks and craft the planks and sticks into a pickaxe. The latest version of Minecraft has a guide that teaches you how to craft certain items. I, however, think that this takes away from some of the game's magic, since experimenting and crafting with these items to see what works and what doesn't made for a lot of fun back in the day, especially when the recipes for crafting always made a lot of sense. It was like a puzzle that was fun to use. At least the new guide is optional and not in your face, so you can choose to experience the recipes on your own. Minecraft's survival mode is great because while it allows you to build and create whatever your heart desires, it doesn't provide you with anything. Sure, you can go make that supreme sky fortress with a sick purple tower in the center of it, but you'll have to get the resources yourself by exploring the game's world and experiencing adventure through massive maze-like cave systems to harvest precious ores. Minecraft doesn't baby you in any way. They're your adventures, your worlds, your dangers, and your risks. The most important and central part of Minecraft's gameplay is that you can do whatever you want, from building a recreation of a pretty awesome shelf from a video game reviewer's show, or you can choose the more adventurous route and map out your world as far as your courage will take you. Or you can live out a provincial life and make a farm for yourself with livestock, grain, beets, potatoes, and pumpkins. There are limitless possibilities, and while creative mode is fun for when you really want to construct things beyond the realm of resource harvesting, survival mode really makes these builds feel more satisfying and makes the journey of creating these stories or works of construction much more enjoyable. If you enjoy survival but wish it was harder, there's a mode called Hardcore, which makes the game not only immensely more difficult to play, but also adds an element where if you die in the game, you don't respawn. That's it, you're done, and you're never going back to that world. It's a really fun challenge that any fan of survival mode should play. It would seem apparent from one glance at the game that Minecraft's presentation is pretty lacking. But since Minecraft's world is made up of cubes and it's a cubic world, the pixelated aesthetics that it chose to go for matches the cubic structure of the game perfectly. While it's not a realistic type of presentation, Minecraft's pixel art it really accentuates the gameplay of Minecraft and the way the worlds are built perfectly. The visuals are a perfect companion for the game. The music of Minecraft is strange. You'd think that with the way the game is built and the way it looks that it would lend itself to fully dive into an 8-bit chipper music soundtrack that would somewhat match the game's aesthetic. But instead, Minecraft took a drastically different approach to its music. I remember the first time I was mining away in a dark cavern, I started hearing eerie notes being played through my computer's speaker. Then strange piano music began to accompany these notes, and I thought that I was hallucinating because there was no way that Minecraft's soundtrack was slow, orchestrated music. But after realizing that that was indeed the case, I disabled music entirely and went on with my life. It wasn't until my recent return to the game that the music really clicked with me. The music, done by Daniel Rosenfeld, is nothing short of spectacular. While the music is the definition of minimalistic, it also creates a biting curiosity of intrigue in your mind when you listen to it, just by being so simple and mysterious. While I'm sure this direction of the soundtrack alienated some of the game's players like myself from many years ago, it really accents the game incredibly well in an unorthodox way. Daniel Rosenfeld's risk pays off in full, and I'm glad to see that he didn't go for an 8-bit chipper direction that would no doubt have been simply average, but instead got a mysterious, thought-provoking soundtrack that really sticks with me as one of the greats. Even though the game lacks a story, it somehow has an ending, and it's a weird one. If you craft an ender eye, you can follow the path that it lays out for you. Following this path will get you to eventually find your way to an underground dungeon. It's a really fun experience to find a fully fleshed out dungeon in Minecraft. This dungeon is an exercise in exploration where you have to search out through the underground work of architecture to find the portal room. Once you find this room and insert all the ender eyes into their pedestals, a portal will open in the middle of the room that will take you to a realm called the End. Once you spawn in on this large rock formation with strange black towers, you'll instantly notice that you're surrounded by endermen and flying around this rock in space is the Ender Dragon. Your goal in this astral place is to kill the Ender Dragon by breaking the gems that heal it, that lay at the top of the Dark Towers. Once you've broken all the gems, you must now kill the dragon with skills that you've learned through the unforgiving wilderness that you came from. After killing the Ender Dragon, a portal will open up to go back home. Once you jump in, credits begin rolling. Only before the credits start rolling, there's a strange poem, novel, story type thing. It's very cryptic and strange ending. It's a conversation between two beings as they talk about you, and it covers some pretty strange themes. Overall, the ending is a pretty great one, honestly. It's not a required event to go through, but some players could go years without realizing there's even an ending to the game. But I personally love it, especially because assaulting the stronghold to find the portal is a lot of fun. It really brings some Zelda-y vibes to the game. Going through the portal and fighting the Ender Dragon is a lot of fun as well. It's like a boss fight that you really have to prep for a long time to fight it if you want to even last a few minutes. No, seconds against it. It's a real challenge that really inspires you to prepare for the fight. As for the credits or the strange poem thing, I actually really friggin' love it. The way it's written makes it ripe for everyone to interpret it differently. I doubt there are any two people who saw that ending and thought the exact same things about it. It really goes into some deep themes that really bring about existential questions, but also brings about a sense of accomplishment. At least that's how I interpreted it. I love this ending so much, and I think that anyone who likes critical thinking and dealing with material that will never have a right answer will love it too. I've played many games and none of them have come close to being what Minecraft is. Not only was it a cultural phenomenon that shifted many things around us in the world, but it's also just a fantastic and unique experience that everyone should play at least once in their lives. From being able to provide you many adventures that will never be the same as one you've played before that many gamers yearn for, to being something that allows you to translate any ideas that you formulate inside of your mind, to a video game where you can build it however you want. Minecraft is just something that can't really be put into words, honestly. It's something special and magical, and I think it's perfectly deserving of a great, just 10 out of 10. And that's not something I say lightly. I thought about this decision for a while since I've been really trying to crack down on giving games 10s, but Minecraft really is, even if it, as a game, if you separate it from the community that it has or the phenomenon that it did, even just as a game, is an experience that is honestly beyond words. By the way, this video was pretty great to make because it was really Minecraft that pushed me to make this YouTube channel in the first place. And it was just great to revisit it and see that old footage from almost 6 years ago now. Whew. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. And I have some diamonds that I need to go mine. Goodbye. Thank you all so much for watching my review of Minecraft. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad to be back in reviews since it's been 10 months since my last one, and since that's the main point of the channel is these Roy reviews. It's been a little weird not having done it for a while, and I apologize for the lack of reviews on the channel, but I'm glad that I'm back now, and I'm going to try and do them more consistently than ever. But no promises, since, you know, I have a spotty track record with keeping up my promises. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Hello guys.
Roy here.
And
I am playing
Minecraft. So I'm just gonna,
name this Royboy 140's World. I like to use the seed.
It gives you
like what's it again? 7 obsidian.
7 obsidian, 3 diamonds, 2 iron swords, and 2 apples. I think so.
I think
but
so.
I'm not gonna use any of that stuff.
I'm not gonna use any of that stuff. So,
So,
don't worry.
this is where I grew up.
Royboy 140 has
Royboy
been
150
here
has been here for a while,
for a
supposedly.
while, supposedly.
Let's just say I've lived in this village for a while.
A present for me?
Oh, it's so
Oh,
great!
it's so great!